Welcome back to the gun dungeon, guys. Got another one of those what I call selfish videos today, and it's something that I've wanted to know for a minute, and this is going to be 450 Bushmaster Ballistics Gel test, but we're going to be looking at 3 different bullets specifically. We're going to be looking at this 250 grain FTX bullet from Hornady. Matter of fact, these are all Hornady bullets. This 240 grain XTP mag, and this 245 grain Interlock bullet. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be rooting for this XTP mag, and the reason is because that's the cheapest one of all 3 by a pretty decent little margin. So I'm hoping that it does really, really well, so I can load a bunch of it up, because it's not cheap loading big bores. Anybody that loads big bores knows this. The bigger the bullet, the more expensive it is to reload. We're going to be using this 18-inch rig I got here. This is a commonly used deer catcher around these parts. I use it quite often. I've always used the FTX and had really good luck with it, but I'm hoping to change that soon. So let's go ahead and shove some of these in gel. We have Gel Block Jerry here, but he's not going to be riding the block today. These rounds will send him into orbit, so he's just going to be spectating. I imagine we'll get a lot of block jump anyways, so be enough for a visual. Let's go ahead and get started. We will start with the lightest bullets first. We'll start with the 240 grain XTP mag, work up to the 245, and then the 250. Wow, that really put a hurting on that table. Big old dent dropped in that table there from that. A lot of fragmentation down through there. And there sits our bullet, very, very flat. My tape measure came flying off the table on that one. We push this block up the way that it was. See what we got. Penetration. Right at 18.5 here, just eyeballing, close to it. But I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, since I hit so low on that block, I'm gonna put another one of those through there. So we'll do the 240 XTP mag one more time. All right, looky there. Our block came all the way up off the table and onto the ground. That's a killer wound track. And there sits our bullet, pretty flat with a lot of fragmentation around it there. Real close to that one. So we're looking at about 17.5 inches of penetration from that. All right, let's try the Interlock. This block keeps rolling off the table, so it's getting pretty rough, but man, look at that from that Interlock, all that fragmentation in there. There's our bullet. We're at 15.5 there. I'll go ahead and throw a tape on there and show you, but that's a 16-inch block, and you can see we didn't make it. We're at 15.5 right there to the edge of what's left of that bullet. Not very good weight retention from that Interlock. That thing just fragmented all to pieces. Now keep in mind, this is very, very close. Not what you would get at 100 yards for sure, but still, that's pretty rowdy. 250 grain FTX coming up. So, our block's getting pretty hard to see much in right now, but it's this top track. You see it's about that wide. Huge, yeah, right there, huge wound track. Blooms right there as well. You can see the top of that bloom, big old bloom here. Some fragmentation down through here, but not as much as the Interlock at all. And there sits our bullet, our deepest penetrator yet. And we will take these out and have a look. See what I'm gonna keep the most of it anyways. We got about 22.25 to the front edge of that bullet there. So definitely our deepest penetrator. Interlock being our shallowest. And the XTP mag right there around the 18 mark. Wow, just look at this block. Ain't much left I can do with this one anymore. That's a lot of crap to dig out of there to remold. All right, let's try to dig out the majority of the bases, see what they look like. All right, so this is the order they were shot in. Our first XTP mag, second XTP mag. I dug out all the jacket that was right at the bullet where the bullet was setting on both these. This is our Interlock, and this is our FTX bullet. Don't want to set face up. There we go. So there they are. You can see this one done pretty good. Lost a lot of the petals, sheared off of the side there, but decent looking flattening of the bullet there. Kind of the same thing here. A lot of the petals, well, all the petals pretty well sheared off. Pretty good expansion. Some of the petals you can see here, a little bit of lead. Now this is the Interlock. This is something I thought was kind of peculiar. There's one of the jackets there, but that just fell apart as I dug it out. So a little bit of jacket, well, all jacket core separation there. But, you know, like I said, this is very, very close range, so it's not going to be exactly what you get at hunting distances. But our FTX definitely held together very well, even at just 7 yards here. So that's promising in my opinion, and the weight retention is much, much better. I can tell you just from holding the bullets that the weight retention is much, much better. You can see the size difference too. A lot of shank left there in that. So there you have it. So truth be told, I probably trust the XTP mag at hunting distances, especially. I feel like it's still going to expand, maybe not lose as many petals, but even if it does, that's still a very big chunk of bullet. Drove fairly deep, especially for up close, and you know, the higher the velocity is at impact, the less penetration you're going to get most cases. That FTX though, it did really, really well. Held a lot of its weight retention, drove deep, good wound track. It did the best of all three, with what I think the Interlock being probably the worst of all three. And strangely enough, it had that separation. Now, would you have that at say 100 yards? I don't know, maybe, maybe not. But the fact that it came apart here, the other two didn't, I put a little bit more trust in the other two that didn't, because this is going to be worst case scenario for over expansion. So let's say you hit a bone or something like that, even at 100 yards, is that bullet going to come apart? I think potentially could, not sure. But of those three, I would rank it FTX, XTP mag, and then the Interlock. So that's where I stand on it. Let me know your comments down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Till next time, guys, stay tuned. Y'all be sure to go check out Vetter Holsters, big sponsor of the channel. Have about any kind of holster you can think of. There's one of the cool designs that they have. You saw the blood red holster for my XDM 10mm. They make a holster for just about any gun out there. A lot of the 10mm stuff. I use their light tuck. That's about all I use anymore for inside the waistband stuff. Great products, great company. Check out Vetter Holsters. You all be sure to go check out Target Sports USA. They're a big sponsor of the channel now. And if you use my link below, you're going to get a free gift at checkout with your purchase. Their Ammo Plus membership is a great value. If you shoot very much at all through the year, it's going to pay for itself in no time and then some. Be sure to check out Target Sports USA.